Are you an early bird or a night owl? And which one is better for your running? Hello, fellow geeks, and welcome back to Running Geek Girl. My name is Heather, and I am glad you are here today. Now, when it comes to exercise, maybe the time of day that you exercise could make a huge difference, but is it better to exercise in the morning or in the evening? Now, we're going to be taking a look at some advice given by Dr. Francesca Pitre, and she gave an interview to Brooks Running, and we're going to summarize some of the information that she gave. Now, obviously, whenever you will do the exercise is the best time for you to do it, but keep in mind that maybe there's some benefits of going earlier or going later. Just remember that your workout plan is never set in stone. You can change it according to the weather, especially around this time of year. I know a lot of people are trying to exercise before the sun comes up or after the sun goes down in order to avoid those hot rays of the sun. Or maybe you're super backed up at work and you just don't have time any other time during the day. Or maybe you just don't feel like running at night, or maybe you don't feel like getting up early. But the point is, you have to stay consistent. So if you have to stay consistent with one or the other, what's going to work? Morning workouts or evening workouts? So let's talk about some of the benefits and the drawbacks to both. We'll start with some of the benefits of working out in the evening. And number one, you have improved performance. Now, a lot of research has gone to show that you just function better physically during the later part of the day. Your body is already warmed up, your testosterone levels are higher, and so both of those translate into better workouts. Also, if you choose to run later in the evening, that can replace some more unhealthy habits that you may have, such as watching too much TV or overeating. Second, you just have the overall convenience of being able to exercise later. If you're not able to get up early, then working out later in the evening can be a lot more convenient for you, and a lot of times that's going to require less of a lifestyle change for you. The third thing is that you can get a whole new perspective on the usual places that you run. Things definitely look different after dark or even during dusk, so you can get a new eye-opening perspective of all the places that you've just become routinely familiar with. Let's talk about some of the drawbacks of working out at night. And first of all, you have interference with your sleep cycle. If you have a high-intensity exercise before bed, that's going to raise your cortisol levels and it's going to shift your wake and sleep cycle. So if you have to work out at night, then remember this can shift your circadian rhythm, which we'll talk about in just a few minutes. So it's likely your bedtime may be a little bit later, and so your wake time will be later as well. And second, sometimes it is a lot harder to be consistent if you put off your workout till the end of the day. Sometimes after a long day at work, you're just too tired to go out for that run. It could also interfere with responsibilities that you may have at home, family, or with work, and so it'll make it a lot harder in order to maintain a consistent workout schedule. But that's for the evening. Let's talk about working out in the morning. What are some of the benefits of a morning run? First of all, it can make it easier to establish a fitness routine. If you know that you're going to wake up at the same time every single day and go out for that run, then you are consistently exercising at that time, and that's going to support habit formation. Second is going to be an improved sleep cycle. Going back to that circadian rhythm, research shows that a morning exercise habit shifts your circadian rhythm again, and it makes your body more alert in the morning and more tired in the evening. Morning exercise has also been known to show more deep sleep than evening exercise, which is going to help you maintain a better sleep schedule. Third, you have the benefit of extra fat burning. Exercising on an empty stomach, also known as a fasted run, is going to burn more fat than exercising after a meal. Working out after a light breakfast like oatmeal or a banana or maybe a piece of toast, that'll help you work through your calories more efficiently and supercharge your metabolism for the rest of the day. And finally, there is a boost in mood and productivity. Morning workouts have been shown to make you more productive and improve your mood throughout the day, especially if you're able to mix up your routine and cover different types of running routes in good morning light. It's also been shown to increase your mental alertness and focus, which means that morning exercisers are usually going to be more efficient throughout their day. But having talked about that, let's talk about some of the drawbacks to running in the morning. First of all, when you run in the morning, you are running on lower fuel. Your physical performance is not going to be at its peak right after you wake up. So you wake up in a fasted state because you have not been having food and water all night. And so your glycogen store is at its lowest. Also, if you went to bed just a little bit too late, then getting up too early is going to interrupt your deep sleep cycle, and it's going to make it harder for you to push yourself in your upcoming run. And second, it does take your body a lot longer to wake up in the morning. Your muscles and joints are stiffer after being asleep, and so you have to make sure that you are warming up properly before you go out for your run. So how do you decide whether to go for a morning or an evening run? This comes down to something you may have heard before, and that is circadian rhythm. This is your body's internal clock, and it really plays a huge role in figuring out the best time that you need to work out. Now, your circadian rhythm is a 24-hour cycle that influences your physiological process, including sleep, alertness, your body temperature, your hormone production, and it affects the quality of the exercise in a negative way if you try to disrupt it. And so the first part of maintaining good circadian rhythm is to make sure that you are maintaining good sleep habits. Beyond that, once you figure out your own personal circadian rhythm, then this is going to help you make better informed decisions about when is going to be the best time for you to actually exercise. So how does your circadian rhythm actually affect your ability to exercise? Well, first of all, the circadian rhythm has an effect on mood, anxiety, and your motivation behaviors. All three of those are going to affect your ability to actually stay consistent or willingly push yourself during exercise. Second of all, you have to look at the way hormones are released throughout the day according to your circadian clock. Now, hormones like melatonin and cortisol are going to play a huge part in this. Melatonin is going to regulate your sleep, and cortisol is going to regulate your stress, and that's going to be associated with your alertness and your energy levels. Now, understanding how those kind of ebb and flow throughout the day is going to help you figure out the best time that you need to go out for a run. And third, you need to understand that if there are short-term disruptions to your circadian rhythm, it can cause things like memory loss, lack of energy, delayed injury, healing, and problems with digestion. So if you are a morning exerciser, you're needing to make sure that you don't interrupt your deep sleep, that you're getting plenty of sleep before that alarm clock goes off. So once you have figured out your own personal schedule and the ebb and flow of your mood and your energy and motivation, then there are ways that you can optimize your workout and performance to balance out any of the drawbacks that we talked about earlier for morning or evening workouts. First of all, make sure that you do a proper warm-up. This is something we always talk about as runners, but a lot of people, myself included, will try to skip out on a proper warm-up, but they are really important for making sure that your body is ready to go. Second of all, it's going to be nutrition and hydration, making sure that you are properly hydrated both before, during, and after a run, making sure that you are providing fuel before a run, and making sure that you're having nutrition to recover after a run. Third, making sure that you have the proper gear, specifically the right shoes. We all know that running shoes are not the cheapest thing on the planet, but invest in those good running shoes now instead of investing in your physical therapy later. Fourth, and we talk about this all the time, make sure you are listening to your body. Adjust your workout schedule as you need to. If you are constantly feeling unmotivated during your chosen workout time, then maybe try a different time of day and see if it makes a difference. And finally, consistency. Whether you run in the morning or you run in the evening, make sure that you are sticking with it, especially if you are just starting out as a runner. Find a schedule that works for you and make sure that you're making your workout a priority. Stick with it, see if it works, and if after a while you are not seeing any kind of motivation coming out on your part, switch it to a different time of day and stick with that. So as you can see, there are benefits and drawbacks to both methods, running in the morning or running in the evening, and that a lot of it is going to be a very personal decision and how your body responds to exercise at different times in your schedule. So although research has not concluded that one is better than the other, we do know that staying consistent and just moving your body for your overall wellness is going to make improvements in your life regardless of what time you choose. So there you go, a look at running in the morning versus running in the evening. When do you choose to run, morning or evening? Why don't you let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Just click that button down below. It doesn't cost you a thing, and it keeps you up to date on all the running content I have coming out all the time. You can also follow me on social media. All the links are down in the description. You can find me across all platforms under the name Running Geek Girl. Thanks so much for being here. I'm so glad you could join me. Remember to laugh hard, run fast, and be kind. I'll see you later.